Good morning. My name is Vicki Reeve, and I want to thank you all for coming out today and to everyone else who will be listening or watching this video. Um, my name is Vicki Reeve, and I created the Energy Heal Thy World group. And we have a special guest today. We have Brenda Lainof, who I've known for quite a number of years, who is a fantastic healer. And she is going to be doing a group clearing on us with the belief code, which is integrated with the emotion code and the body code. So it should be quite interesting today. So anyway, Brenda, I don't know if you want to do a little blurb about yourself before you get started, but I will hand it over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Vicki. Yeah, we have known each other for a number of years. I don't know how long, just time keeps flying by. Then you've got crazy things like COVID happening, and it becomes a real blur of life. But yeah, I've been at this for a really long time. I'm thinking probably energy work in itself about 25. Makes me a little older. But it's been a long, long time. I remember I was working downtown corporate and I was consulting when I was sharing an office with another consultant. Oil and gas is what I was in. I was a land person. At any rate, I remember I had my pendulum and I was like, we were closing the door and we were just practicing and doing some things. And one of the codes, because I think we're crazy. Yeah, so it goes back a long time. I've had a lot of three times of nearly crossing over, twice in 2019. So it's really pushed me. It keeps pushing me, and now I just like, whatever. I'm living my life. I'm speaking up, long as I feel I don't hurt anybody, but I'm no longer going to be holding back. I've made some really major boundary decisions for myself. And so if people resonate, they resonate. If they don't, they don't. And that's how it goes. So with the belief code, I was in Mexico only about 4 months ago. We've been living there for 6 months. I thought I might as well jump in after all these years being emotion code practitioner and a body code. This was another level. I really wasn't like, yeah, I don't know. And then I thought, I've got the time. And so I thought I'll just do it and have it and get it done. So I did. I got it completed in about 2 months. I had to work with so many people and do the test and blah, blah, blah to get both certified. So it's a process and it's something that you need to work up to with firstly certified in the emotion code, then the body code, and then the belief code. And so anyways, and I do add I integrate. I work with cards. I work with many, many healing modalities. I speak light language, so you never know in a session where I'm going to go. But we'll look as to the belief code, and we were looking as to weight, which is obviously for a lot of us in this constant fight and flight and stress that we're most likely, most of us in. It's challenging. And so we want to look at the belief code. And I thought, well, I'll just really pull everybody in and then see what comes up and what belief that we all might be holding on to as collectively as a group. So I just raise our frequency and vibration and doing that now. So I always do that ahead of time. And if something I came across I forgot about, but I was introduced to the balance procedure by Beth Foley, who's a practitioner about 12 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever, in the Body Code conference in Utah. And it was, anyways, it's a balance procedure. The lady who created it passed away, unfortunately, about a year and a half ago. But there's something you can always balance yourself with too. You can go to Google and get the balance procedure cards. So it's a really quick way of also getting into balance before you start a session or you're working on yourself. So I just wanted to mention that her husband, Alan Cox, has taken over for Jenny Cox, who created this. Anyways, just putting that out there because there's so many ways that we can raise our frequency and vibration, and that's just another one. Okay, so again, let's just we're asking for assistance from Creator and getting the go ahead. So I'm going to be asking. So for everybody that's on this call, You know, with the intention that everything that's done here, that everybody gains benefit from it. They listen at a later date or whatever. So I'm asking creators, so as to the excess weight that we're holding on to, where we just can't seem to, you know, drop it, we're just asking for some assistance. And we're asking, excuse me, like what could be contributing to that? And actually, before we do that, I just feel like we need to do a brain balance. I'm getting our balances, our brain's not balanced. So we got to balance, let's just balance our brain. So within the brain, everybody knows about the brain and as communicating with the nervous system and so forth. Let's just balance our brain. Okay, so just doing a quick little balance. Good. I just want to feel a little bit more balanced just by doing a very quick balancing the brain. And yeah, so there's little things that we can do during the day. It doesn't have to be complex. And I go through that in my, you know, one-to-one sessions. So yeah, because who really has the time? We just want to, you feel like, no, I'm not quite right. Maybe your brains or maybe your pineal glands out of whack. And I'm going to say probably for a lot of us, the pineal gland is not 100% operating. And there's many reasons for that. But I think, you know, it comes down a lot to the on a spiritual level, the war that we're in and shutting us down. So that's another one too, that we want to make sure that our pineal glands 100% in balance. And then when we do that, then we can get the information. So I've just decided I needed to make sure that the pineal gland is 100% in balance. And so you might notice some energy there. I'm just feeling it right in here. So let's get the pineal nice and strong. Okay, and now we're open, everybody's open. And then we can check, okay, creator, show us what is the number one belief that we could be holding on to, like this group that's affecting us, you know, so we can believe and that we can see, that we can imagine. And okay, so I'm getting on the whole part of just that, you know, we need to look at survival. So it's affecting us and not able to get the results that we want. So within that whole category of survival, I'm now asking, where do we go? Okay, so there's some victim energy coming in. And, you know, that is under, you know, root chakra, as we know, security, safety, support, survival. And, you know, it affects the glands, the gonads, testes, ovaries, reproductive and skeleton system. So now I'm looking at, well, what is belief? Okay, so we got down to, like I said, victim, which is interesting. Because nobody wants to think of themselves as a victim or, but anyways, let's see if we'll go with that. So I'm just checking in right now and what category, what, where to go. So I'm just muscle testing. Okay. Checking in. So I'm asking, you know, creator for assistance for the group. So what is that? Okay. What's coming up is one thing, and I'm just going to write it down, is life is beyond my control. So life is beyond my control. Now, when I asked, is that contributing to this? Yeah, the excess weight, just can't drop that excess weight. Life is beyond my control. And when I check, well, is that all of yours? And I'm getting no. It's not like, oh, this is all mine. It's like, no. Is that life is beyond my control? Is that something you're sharing? You're picking up. So I'm getting both of those. So it's not just like it's all yours, but also sharing it. I'm really picking up that a lot of it is, or sorry, a lot of that is being picked up. Okay, so now I'm asking, okay, is there anything more anything further here that's affecting under this victim energy of excess weight on a daily energy in my head? So just checking in. Is there anything I'm just here? Okay, now I'm asking, what is that? Hmm, okay. Well, this is what's coming up, that others don't appreciate me. Others don't appreciate me. So I'm gonna wrap those two up. I am curious, because I'm doing it this way. Does anybody resonate with those two statements that I just downloaded? If you can unmute. Life is beyond my control. Others don't appreciate me. And what do you get?
I'm definitely on the second one. But
And
yeah,
sorry, and what percentage on the second one is contributing to that excess weight that
oh,
you muscle test?
50% for me.
Yeah, I'm getting as high. Isn't that interesting?
Mhm.
But not the first one. Anybody else that resonated with that? Erin, what you want to unmute?
I actually got 80% on both of them.
Oh wow. Isn't that crazy? 80% on both of them for you.
Yeah,
Wow.
which explains a lot to me.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Susan, I don't know if that resonates for you or did that either of those?
I got a like 20% maybe or 30% for the first one, but 60% for the second one.
Oh, okay, so that's significant. I don't know, Deborah, for yourself or Gail?
Yeah, I definitely resonated with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with how you self-test
Yeah, and
the
that's
levels,
okay.
but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and to do that, you'll really enjoy it. You know, it's muscle testing 5, 10, 15, 20, and so forth. So the more that you muscle test, the more you can, and that's what we've been like
Check
Erin
it out.
and Vicki. Yeah. So it
Yeah.
comes in time. Yeah, it's great. And it's a good way to check in. Gail?
Mhm.
I thought that I didn't relate to any of them, but then I pulled my pendulum out and I'm getting 50%, which is interesting to me.
Hmm, yeah, and that was just two. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my God. Wow. Tanya, what about for yourself?
I got 82% on the first one, and the second one, 51%.
Wow. Jay.
That's high. That's high.
Yeah, it is. Life is beyond my control. Marnie, I don't know if you muscle test for that or not.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of
Right.
muscle testing. I
Yeah.
just kind of
You,
intuit
you
where I'm
intuit.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And that's whatever. That's obviously fine. Did either of those resonate with you?
Um, yeah, the beyond my control definitely did. Yep.
Okay. So let's just see. Okay, so I'm playing with this, you guys, because I haven't done like a group thing like that before. So now we're gonna check. Okay, so they're coming up and everybody's feeling, either those statements or feeling it. And I'm also, yeah, you may want to also see if that's in your chakra, your sacral chakra. This is what I'm getting. So let's see if there's anything that we can look at that to help us with that. Let's just replace that. Like life is beyond my control, and let's look at replacing that right now. And let's replace it with and download. So we're asking God to download anywhere where life is beyond my control. We're asking to clear this out So we want to clear out all the memories. It could be memories upon memories upon memories upon memories at a cellular DNA level of life is beyond my control. Anywhere where you picked it up or you're sharing, where you were absorbing. So we're asking Creator to please clear out at a cellular level, at the blueprint of all your trillions of cells. And let's replace that with the right spin. I can impact life in many beautiful ways. I can impact life. You may want to switch those words around a bit, but I can impact my life in like beautiful, healing, loving ways and in abundant ways. Like abundance, I can impact my life with abundance, with health, with being at my ideal weight. So I can impact life. So in so many ways, that ideal weight, just letting the cells know, downloading that over your, 22 million cells. And let's also download, I am appreciated for exactly who I am. I am appreciated by exactly who I am at a soul level, at a spirit, in my spirit. It's strengthening the spirit and soul and body. And download it. I am appreciated for exactly who I am. And let's also strengthen everybody to being strong, having your boundaries. Is that strong for standing up for myself? I collaborate with others to create what I need to be appreciated. I am worthy. I am able to heal. And I am able to bring myself back to the ideal weight. It's right from my body. I see clearly. I am the leader of my own life. Let's just talk to the cells and download it. And anything that is not included at this moment for downloading, we're asking God to please pick up what that is and do a download of that now. You want to download and you can swipe with that or with the intention. Downloading. With the replacement beliefs. And of course, you can swipe over the meridian. Okay, so take a deep breath in and relaxing you out of sip of water. So now I'm curious. Okay, so let's go back because those are like two statements, how they affected like all of us. And let's check. So Vicki, have those two statements now have they dissolved in your system? Have they now been replaced?
I would say yes. I'm coming up with basically 0 for life is beyond my control. My life is in my control, so it's 100%. Others don't appreciate me. That is now a 0 too. So everybody appreciates what I do for them. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, then we have to maintain that. That's always the key. So it's like always like strengthening to see it, to believe it, to imagine it, imagination to reality, beyond imagination, just to reality, just really, really installing that. But just having those two, just those two that we picked up, will that then help us with releasing the excess weight because the body's being appreciated. It's like, okay, I now I'm appreciated. Wasn't appreciated before, but now, hey, I'm appreciated. So, and life is more in my control, and we're not feeling very much in control. So many, areas. Daily I get ticked off with what's going on. So, yeah, it does feel that but thank God for things like this, that we can do what we do, and then you're feeling like, yeah, you're back in control again. Okay, so let's see if there's any other let's just look for another one that we can get to an individual. See how this goes through this kind of spearing with the belief code with the group. Okay, again, so we're calling upon creator, and we're asking of all the different categories here. I have 7. I'm asking, well, what would be the most applicable, the priority of all of these areas for the group today? So just checking in. Is there anything? Well, okay. So I'm asking, where do we go? Oh, power. Okay. So the whole thing under power. Now, for all of those 8 areas that I can look at, I'm actually, oh, see, there's that comparison that goes on. Comparison, but it affects our self-esteem, our confidence, our action, identity, and power. So, and then of course it can affect our digestive, muscular, microbiome systems, and the whole Maslow's hierarchy connection of belonging, of love. So let's just ask, well, what is that that's coming up? And interesting on comparison, because, I think we all catch ourselves comparing, and it doesn't feel good because we don't feel good about ourselves. And then that gets kind of tiresome. So let's just check in. And I'm asking, so what is this basic? Is it a basic belief that we need to look at? Okay, and what is that? So I'm just checking right now. So it's truth. Oh, okay, so I'm just checking it again. Okay, got my mind wandered for a second. Okay. 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 So this may ring a bell for you. Oh, Dr. Nelson, ring a bell. Others are better than me at whatever. Others are better than me at the ideal rate. Having a slim body, or like, how do they, you looking at other people, how do they do it? How are they able just to, why are they so slim? So how come they can keep it off and I can't keep it off? That's what I'm getting the energy in my head as I say that. And that's really crappy. I know for myself, there was 2 major times that I lost a big chunk of weight. One when I was 40, I did Jenny Craig. I don't even think it exists anymore, but I did drop it. And then another time it was like isogenic shake, and I dropped it. And then I came back, and then I got health issues and blah, blah, blah. So, and it's tiresome, like, to that comparison. Others are better than me at keeping the weight off. There's a lot of different things keeping the weight off. Okay, so now I'm just checking, well, is there another belief that we have that could be, okay, I'm hearing the word self-sabotage. That just came up. It's not that it came up, but self-sabotage in betting. I'm just going to go self-sabotage. And when I say self-sabotage, is this why is that? is there a belief that, yes, okay, so now I'm going to go to check, well, what is this belief that's creating the self-sabotage? And, well, okay, this is what I'm getting. Under divine, when I go into the whole category of divine, faith, God, purpose, forgiveness, higher self, success, then I'm checking, well, what is that, creating self-sabotage? I'm getting a lot of energy in my head. So where do I go? I'm asking for, some self, asking for assistance, checking in. God, actually. Okay. So it's like, God, which connection, of course, is the pineal gland affecting the central nervous system or the integumentary system. So yeah. So let's see, well, what is going on about this belief that we self-sabotage regarding our weight. So now I'm asking, where do I go? And just checking in. Okay. And okay. Well, what's coming up is that I am alone. I'm alone. Like, who's there? Who's going to, I'm alone. And probably a lot of us feel like I'm alone. And, as we kind of hunker down and maybe not wanting to be out in the public so much, like myself. So I am alone. So that is coming through. But, there's could be reasons for that as well. I am alone. And is this like a self or just being sabotaged? Okay, now I'm going to backtrack. When I said self-sabotage, that's sabotaged. Now I'm going to be skipping in here. Sabotage. So there's more going on here than that. And now I'm going to be checking in. Well, what's going on with this sabotage? Where we're feeling like, yeah, we're just, we're alone here. And so again, I'm just going to be checking in what that could be because I'm getting an entity. I'm just going to say it. I'm getting an entity related to that. And when I ask, what is that? And what's going on here where we're all kind of feeling this sabotage. And okay, so yeah, I'm just asking. Okay, I'm just going to say what comes up. I'm getting a demon consciousness where it's affecting, like it's this demon consciousness. So I'm just going to go through right now, just do a clearing on that. And so you can join me if you want as we clear out this demon consciousness. And we nullify, void, delete any contracts, promises, agreements, oaths, vows, swearings, obligations, pacts, programs of this demon consciousness. Disentangle, disengage, positively polarize the demon consciousness that's affecting us, where we're feeling like we're alone. And it's like a sabotage from this demon consciousness. Go ahead and clearing that anywhere it's residing within our body at a soul level. Affecting us or we're feeling like we're alone. We have to be alone or we're sabotaged by this demon consciousness. Let's send it on its way. As we dissolve, dismantle, disengage, and fold in. Right. Ooh, take a deep breath on that. Okay, now I'll come back, but I'm getting this cleared. Let's go back to I am alone. So went down this rabbit hole of, I am alone, or others are better at it than me. So I am alone, and let's just let's release the first light. I am alone. So anywhere I'm alone, or where any, sabotage from any entity has entered our system at a soul level, physical level, mental, emotional, psychic, psychological. Let's just clear that now. And what we want to do then is go ahead and download and replace that with where being alone or with this being sabotaged. And let's asking Creator to please go ahead and download. I am connected to all of mankind. Your cells are communicating, connected to all of mankind. We are all connected. And I would say that's the one of shivers. We are all connected to all of mankind. So we're not isolated. So I'm sensing as this is downloaded that we need to have the awareness there could be an entity that's affected us, that's shutting us down. So to keep that in mind. So just downloading, I am connected. We are connected to all of mankind. So our, 22 million cells, whatever that is, connected to everybody else's 22 million cells. We are connected. But we want to strengthen, have strong boundaries as well. We're all connected, but we want to have strong boundaries. And for those that are not resonating with our energies, they're not allowed in our space. Only connecting to those who are resonate with our spirit, with our frequencies and vibration, like higher most of the time. We keep it higher. Yeah, I am connected to all of mankind. We want ourselves to hear this so that they know. So that it's not restricted, our cells aren't restricted. We want them to feel the love, feel the connection, knowing it's safe for them to let go of what doesn't serve them, this other people, whatever that is, just letting them know that they're safe to be connected to all of mankind with, boundaries in place for attracting the right people, right vibration. And anywhere that there's like others are better at me than what I do, that whole comparison thing, let's just clear that out. It's not a good feel. Clearing that out. Clearing out any of that comparison energy. Oh, look at her, look at him. How did they do it? Why can't I do it? How come they can keep their weight off? That whole comparison energy is so toxic. And let's just download that trusting to trust in ourselves. We're strengthening our intuition and trusting that we're on the right path, trusting our bodies aren't going to let us down. We just want to strengthen and trusting our bodies that they're not going to let us down, that they're, the cells are all communicating with one another. Maybe some cells need nutrition, other cells need, I need some H2O over here, please. So wherever the cells, there could be, they know and they're communicating with one another. They're working together. And maybe some of the cells are saying, you can take some of my fat cells. I don't need them here. You can take some of mine. I'll send you what I don't need. Okay, so you might feel that little bit of energy for a while, and then I guess that'll be it for as a group. And then I'm curious, so what anybody has any point of view on that or whatever.
Well, I certainly got a few ideas regarding myself, regarding different things, but I am alone. That's actually, I've kind of felt that. I feel very connected now, but that one was very apropos to me. And of course, people are better than me.
Mm, I think we all do that.
Very good.
Yeah.
I
Anybody
think
else
the
have
alone, I
anything?
think the alone thing, well, I'm yawning like crazy over here, so stuff's moving. But I think that's why I turned the video off. Because you didn't need to see my tonsils that aren't there. But anyway, yeah. Well, again, we have a tendency to begin with because we're empaths, we're energy clearers, balancers, whatever we call ourselves, all of that. And then the world we're moving around in without adding the events that we have all become enlightened to in the last 4 years, which again sets us apart from the majority. I know where I live. Trust me, it is. I got the Walking Dead here.
Yeah. And then you've got the ones that are just sheep. They're just like going along in their day. And sometimes I want to be one of those sheep.
I mean,
I just like, I think I'll go over here. I just don't want to be like having to see things because I'm tired. It's tiring.
yeah, it's
I am
great. Well, it's
seeing
energy.
through
It's
it.
energy draining,
Yeah,
and
it's
again,
draining.
it's
But it's
they just came out with two studies from South Korea, how the things here impacted the whole brain thing.
yeah, for
How much
sure.
there, I put it on my Facebook, what do you call this, the thing that my story that flips through, so they wouldn't quite be aware of it, we'll just say, without having a conversation. But yeah,
I
so it
think,
validates what we ourselves need
right.
as empaths.
Well, and Vicki, when you started like a year, 2 years ago, we are trying to help people with COVID and the symptoms and that type of thing. So if our soul's being disconnected, if that's one of the purposes of this whole thing, the experiment that they're doing, then they will continue to go after us. So we're walking around like the Walking Dead. So how do ourselves, we need to communicate with ourselves. And when our cells are, this is that just come, to me. So when our cells are communicating with one another, there's like we're communicating, then they're happy. It's easier for them to go, okay, now I can let go. But if they're holding tight because everything's all messed, your system's all messed up, your nervous system's messed up, then you're restricting. And then how do you because I think it all goes back to the weight. It's all, or it's related to the weight as well. It's just not, well, if you do this diet, and then if you do this, and you do that, like this, so
It's
much
protection.
on,
It's protection. Okay,
it's a protection. Yeah,
yeah. This is how we shield ourselves, as
right,
the little 4-year-old says.
right. Okay, so we got some time left for Vicky's call. Who wants to just look at one, I don't know, the top one for you? So who wants to go first? So Vicky, you want me to check for you?
Sure.
A belief, and then I'll just go to, okay, so I'm going to be working with Vicki directly, not the group. So just connecting from the group and disconnecting with Vicki. Okay, so now I'm going to be checking, okay, so for Vicki, what is the number one belief for Vicki that, is ready to desert excess weight? So now I'm just checking in, okay, where do we need to go? So dedicating that connection with Vicki only. Okay, now there's a lot of energy moving there. And yeah, I'm getting communication. So under this whole communication area, now I'm asking under that. Oh, okay. So this the okay, I'm just gonna say it comes up. Oh, your your thyroid. What percentage is your thyroid communicating at?
Communicating to what in particular?
Or happy out of 100% or working in it.
Oh, 75%.
Oh, it is. Okay. So is there anything in your thyroid is there anything about, there's something about communication. And is that truth? Okay, let's see what's coming up here. See, I'm not getting that it's yours though. I'm going, I know this is coming up, but I feel like it's not yours. But you're absorbing it. So it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna say, I'm not getting that what's coming up. It's about egos, what I wanted to say, but it's not your ego, but you're absorbing it.
Okay.
So what is this? Okay, now I'm asking. And then you don't have to tell me. You can say yes if that's true or not, and you don't need to say where or what or whom, whomever. Okay, so I'm getting this ego, but I know best what others or what's best for others or what others need. I know best what others need.
Mhm.
Or no, sorry. No, I'm going to actually backtrack on that. I know better than others. Okay.
Okay.
But I'm not getting that it's yours. I know better than others. So have you absorbed that I know better than others?
Yes, and I know where this is coming from. I know
Okay,
exactly.
so is that person ready and willing to let go of that? I know better than others.
It could also be a group.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting actually strong as to a group.
Yes.
I know better than others. Okay. So is this okay? So it's their okay. Well, what percentage of the ego of this group, I know better than other, is directly impacting you for holding on to that excess weight? Let's just check in.
I'm getting about 85%.
Yeah, I'm getting past 65.
Yeah.
So that's having a direct impact on you. So is there something that we can, do about that? Like I know better than others. Uh, okay, let's ask this. Are your cells hearing? I know better than others. Or are your cells absorbing this?
Yes.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what to say. They're absorbing it. So what can we know? What can we do here? Okay, so let's see what we can do. And are your cells willing to look at? I am learning. Let's see. Are your cells willing to look at? I embrace different ways of doing things or diverse ways of doing things. At a cellular level, are your cells ready to receive that download? Is that,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead. From Mexico. Okay, so let's clear out. I know better than others anywhere at a cellular level, and with intention, everybody receives benefit from this. So, I mean, this is with Vicki, but with everybody here, and then again, everybody who listens to a replay. So, anywhere you're holding on, I know better than others, just clearing that. We don't want ourselves holding on to that.
Mm-mm.
It's like making a direct communication to the cells, really talking to ourselves. Because they're holding all the stories, all the memories of our ancestors, etc. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear that now. And let's give the cells and give the permission, a lot of love that it's safe for them to embrace, different ways of doing things. We're all learning as we're in life.
Right.
And let's just download that now. I said, no, there's different ways of looking at it. Doesn't have to be this way. There's diverse ways of doing things. Doesn't have to be exactly what you say or the group says. Being open. And it's just like having your cells communicate with the group cells. What I'm thinking is like, okay, they can talk to the group and their cells and just say, you know what, let's all embrace different ways of doing things. Let's work together. Let's communicate and work together. Like your cells communicating with their cells unknowingly.
Well, I'm not associated
Yeah.
with that. I haven't been associated with that
Yeah.
group for about 20 years, so.
Oh, okay, but we can still send it to them because they're obviously in your system. That's obviously still in your system, even if you haven't communicated for 20 years.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's going to help them as well. Because you don't want to be thinking about them. You don't want them even if it's been 20 years. You don't want them having any connection, like umbilical cord, as Dr. Nelson say, whatever. So, okay. Okay, so that whole thing about I know better than others, is that still in your system?
I'm not reading it as, but what do you think?
No, I'm not getting it either.
Okay,
So
good, thank
the
you.
whole thing of I embrace different, diverse ways of doing things, like I embrace it.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be that way. Do your cells, is that now within the blueprint of the cells?
I believe it is.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that's one example, and I know it's like about on the hour. I don't know how much longer you want to go, Vicki.
Well, that's up to you, Brenda. I do have something. There's been a bunch of people saying they have to leave anyway. This
Yeah,
is number 3.
yeah.
So I maybe just want to do it, not unless somebody has somebody in the group.
Does somebody
want-
have a question? Yeah, I don't know, question or something particular that they were asking for that could be a major issue? Got a few more minutes.
Well, I guess not. Nobody has any other
No?
questions. And I
No.
I sincerely hope that everybody has benefited from this session because it's actually quite enlightening. I've learned quite a bit today, Brenda. That's really cool. Thank you
Yeah,
very much for doing that for us and for me
you're
personally.
welcome. Yeah, it's fun. I do find it fun. And I find with the belief code, you come up with things and it kind of takes people back like, it's almost like you caught them or read their mind or something because they didn't expect it. It's kind of fun. So, yeah. And then as we found out, it could be it's not even had nothing to do with you, but you're absorbing it, but it's still in your system.
Mhm.
So if it's still in your system, it's affecting you from wherever, groups, family, collective, etc.
Mm,
So,
very good.
oh, here's the chat. Okay, okay, have to go. Okay, well, great. And if anybody wants to get in touch with me, you can do that at brendalainof.com. I'm also in an experiment doing this. I just want to mention total experiment, not guaranteeing one thing, but because I came across an ocelotto in Mexico, I had no idea what it was.
What is
And
that?
then I find it's a reptilian fish.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I came back with this shirt because I needed a long sleeve shirt to get on the plane because I'm entering Canada and it's friggin' cold. And there was this one place in Mazatlan. Okay, here's a long sleeve shirt, but it had this fish on it. I look like I'm like trying to be a little kid here but whatever, I'll take it because I'm going to be cold on the plane. I don't have any sweaters, anything with me. So I'll get back. And anyways, then she'll get to Medicine Hat. I'm in Starbucks and this lady and little girl are looking my way. I was like, what are you looking at? They're looking at my shirt. This whole thing about ocelotos is a big deal. Bottom line, they can regenerate their limbs.
Mhm.
They have the ability, if a limb gets cut off, they can regenerate it. They're on the extinction list. There's a lake, I didn't make it, I was so close, in Mexico City, where they are keeping them because they're on the extinction. Well, in Medicine Hat, they have a few of these ocellatos, and they're these reptilian stores, fish stores, like they're keeping them because they want to preserve them. They're on the extinction list. So I thought, okay, we gotta find out what these fish are doing. We gotta figure out how can we capture that energy, that vibration, whatever that is. Why can't we do that? Why is this just like I think there's some other ones that can do that too, but why can they do that and we can't? So I'm going to play with this and I'm asking for input. I don't know. I have the answers, but an
The
input.
little lizards down in Florida. I can't think, I just went blank on them.
There's a lot of lizards that will
Yeah, but the
regenerate limbs
little
and
ones
tails.
that they run, that run around, everybody has in their house.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah, there's a number of them. So anyways, I'm going to be doing that on
Geckos.
July geckos. Oh, I didn't know they could do that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
geckos. I like the geckos. They're kind of
Because
cute.
that's why, like with a cat, they'll grab their tail and break it. It's designed to break off, and then
Oh,
it
right.
replaces itself.
Then they can grow it again. That's right. I remember that from Arizona. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that on the 4th, and
July
just
4th.
asking for I'm just asking for input because it's not me. I'm just like, let's put together a protocol.
Mhm.
And so I just started something, and then who knows? And then we just got to get our head out of the way because we've been programmed to think that we can't do it. So that's number one.
Now, you had a call yesterday too, didn't you?
No.
Oh, so I thought it was yesterday. Okay, so it's
July
July
4th.
4th.
So
And
it's the 4th
what
that I'm
time is it?
doing it.
What time is it?
It's at 11 Pacific time. So
Okay, and
whatever.
11, 12, 2
Yeah.
o'clock Eastern then.
Yeah, so I was playing with this. I'm not like I've got the answers. Let's put our heads together, create a protocol. Wouldn't it be fun? Because I'm going personally, I would love to have my adrenal gland back. I
Okay.
think it would be really handy to have it back. And that's one of the things that I'd like
Tonsils.
to have.
Tonsils.
You want your and they have a purpose, the tonsils.
Yeah,
So you
they're-
put attention to the area and
teeth.
and then
my
just
teeth
do
back.
it. And like, oh yeah, maybe that was one I know. So it's just you put attention to that. Like, so create the protocol, play with it.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And we can measure it because we test. Oh, it's improved. It's grown 1%. Is there a belief that's blocking me from belief that it can't regenerate? So this is where I would go to. Oh, there's the belief. Is it my belief? So there's all kinds of possibilities.
Okay, great. Okay, yeah, that
You
sounds really
also-
cool.
You also want people, if you could get them in on Thursday, is with the adenoids, because the two things that they have been, again, part of the conspiracy is remove tonsils and adenoids, which are the beginning layers of the immune system,
Mm,
Mhm.
and why they pushed it.
cool.
Right.
Well, so yeah, that's the intention, is just to regenerate whatever we want to regenerate.
Mhm.
And I guess for the ocellato, they cannot regenerate a spine. I Googled, for whatever reason, the spinal cord. And they can live like years and years and years. It's
Interesting.
like,
Okay,
mhm.
so we're going to cut this short, Brenda.
Yes, we'll
It's
go.
past the hour. And I also want to mention that we have our intention circle tomorrow. And it's a meditation on ourselves. When we raise the vibration in ourselves, we affect other people. And anyway, the intent for tomorrow is focus on the world we want to see, carry on creating our new earth, unity and abundance for all. So hopefully we'll see everybody tomorrow, but thank you very much for coming out today. And I'll
Thank you.
post this. I'll post this video in my group or our group. And if you wish to do with it whatever you wish, that's up to you. But anyway, thank you very much, Brenda, for doing that for us. And we'll see you on the other side somewhere.
Oh,
Okay.
tonight, the Tucson Dowders.
That's right, too. The Tucson Dosers
Oh.
tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time or 7 p.m. Pacific.
If I'm awake.
Yes, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday, they have the Australian Dosers basically at the same time. So
Well, that's happening. That's good.
Yep. Okay, thank you. Okay,
Okay.
Linda.
All right. Yeah.
Bye-bye,
Thanks,
y'all.
guys. All right. Bye.